Welcome back to Fix Everything. Thanks again for joining us today. We have a wall clock, which is pretty cool. On the hour, it will chime each one of these frogs. It's a frog wall clock. There are different types of frogs, and on the hour, it'll chime or make the sound of those frogs. Little speaker in the back. Battery-operated clock movement, and I'm assuming this is the battery-operated sound module. Just hangs on the wall. Not sure what this cost, but I'm going to fix it for a friend who said they were going to throw it away, and I said, oh, no, you're not. So I took a watch, and I clocked this for 24 hours, and it lost 5 minutes in one day. So I'm assuming that the module is bad. There is no adjustment for the module. It's just a plain quartz module that runs on a AA battery. So there's no way to tweak the time, make it slow, make it fast, like a pendulum type clock. So what I did was I ordered a new clock movement from TickRound. It's kind of fun to say. TickRound, professional clock movement supplier. Got this on Amazon, and it's really cool. It was about, I don't know, $9.50, almost $10. And it comes with the movement. Now this movement has wires because this movement has wires. You can see right there. So what this movement has that normal ones don't is there's an hour trigger. So every hour this will send an electric pulse to the circuit board that's in here, which causes the frog to chirp, croak, ribbit. What do you call that? I don't know. Whatever the sound of the frog makes. So it's a 1 hour trigger. The other ones look just like this, except they don't have any wires. So I'm going to trace the wires and replace that movement. Last screw. Oh. Well, that was easier than I thought. It's just the plastic face attached to the front of the clock. Excellent. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the battery out so the movement stops. Just put that to the side. Flip it back over. Now I'm going to carefully remove all three of these hands. We have a sweep second hand, we have minutes, and we have hours. So we're going to take a very close look at this centerpiece to see how that's attached before we go yanking hands off of here. I'm pretty sure each hand pulls straight up, so try not to bend everything and just give it like a pull squeeze as you pull up. And it did, it just popped right off. So there's like a cavity there, a circular cavity that fits right in the center part of the clock movement there. You can see that little silver protrusion right in the middle. That's where that is going to sit, and that's what ticks every second. And then we'll do the same thing with the hour hand. Just a squeeze and pull action. And there it is. Try not to bend it if you can. And the same with the minute hand. Yeah, excellent. If you can get some sort of needle nose pliers or a clipper like this and get those points into that threaded nut there and turn even a little bit, that should be enough to loosen that nut. And it is moving now. And this is going to take the movement right out, and it's going to fall out from the back. So the movement almost came out, but I noticed there's a set of wires coming out of this one, most likely to this battery pack. So there are 4 more screws that we have to remove before we can get that out. Aha, speaker system, circuit board, and soldered most likely to a daylight sensor when it senses it's nighttime. So pretty simple. We got the 2 blue wires that go to these 2 orange wires in here. So all I'm going to do is untwist each one and feed them back through the clock and take the movement straight out. And now the orange wires are free. I'm just going to pull this through. And there we go. And here's the new one. And they look identical. I'm going to feed the two blue wires into one of the side holes here. This is the hook for the wall, so this is the straight up position of 12 o'clock. The battery should be facing at the 6 o'clock position down that way. And I simply twisted the two blue wires to the two orange wires. They are now fastened. And with a couple of pieces of painter's tape, I just tape them away from one another so they're not touching each other or any parts of the circuit board. And now we're just going to fasten this back down to the front plate. Screws line up. Got a bunch of screws over here. All four. Let's put that back into position. This is still just sort of sitting here like that. That actually just popped into the hole, but this is just sitting here. You won't need to do anything until later when we put the hands on. There is a fastening screw that we, nut I should say, the brass nut, that will keep this against the face of the clock. Four screws. Before you put the glass or the face on, just make sure orientation is correct. Battery should be facing down. The hook for the wall is at the top at the 12 o'clock position, and that is correct. Now we're going to install our fastening nut. Once you get it started, you can just kind of take a small screwdriver and give it a spin. If you don't have needle nose or a special pliers for that. Not a big deal. It doesn't have to be deathly tight, but enough to keep the hands from jolting the movement around so that the clock has an accurate look. Got some fingernails too, that would help. Yeah, right there. Nice. Excellent. So now we're ready to put our hands on. Hands on! It's all about hands on here at Fix Everything. This was really a cool set. You got the movement, and they gave you a wall hook, and they gave you a washer, and I also got, somewhere in this box, a new set of hands. Isn't that nice? All for about $9, $10. So I will be using the original set of hands because it has this really cool fly. And I guess the frog is supposed to eat the fly. Come and get it. Come and get it. And the hands are in great shape. So if not, you could always use the hands that came with the new movement. So we are going to start with the hour hand. That's the smaller of the two. We're going to push that down into the first layer. It's like a double cog that's on this watch movement. I should show you right here. There's the gray part, and then there's the blue part, and then there's the center part for the sweep hand. So there's like different tiers there. So this should lay straight across without rubbing anywhere on the face, and it does. Now we're going to move on to the minute hand. Push that down, and it falls right in there very nicely. You can tell just by kind of pulling the hand. If it pulls and it has some drag, it's on there. If it just flops all over the place, just push down a little bit harder. And now for the fly second hand. Well, they call it a second hand. It's really a third hand, but I call it the sweep hand because it's always sweeping. Just gotta kind of line it up. Give it a push, and it locks right in. Just make sure everything is nice and snug. Don't worry about setting the time or where the hours are. As soon as this thing chimes, you will know where to put the hour hand, even though it might be in between two of the frogs there. So now that I have my hands adjusted so they land on a frog and look nice and straight, I've got the batteries in there, and I'm just going to take my hand and manually move the clock to the top of the hour. And we should hear something. Which one of you is it? So, according to this, and I need to move this hand just a little bit more towards the 10 o'clock position. I don't know if that was a Couch's spade foot or not, but if it's not, and you know your frogs, just take the hour hand and move it to the appropriate spot. And every hour, this will chime, or croak, I should say. This is a light sensor. If it's dark enough, this will go into silent mode, so it will not wake you in the middle of the night. Although I can't imagine waking up to the sound of this. I would probably be out of my mind. Anyway, that looks great. It seems to be working good, and only time will tell. Pardon the pun. Tomorrow I will check it. If you don't hear back from me in the comments, everything went fantastic. So we're ready now to put the clock face on, and this would be a great time to clean the plastic or glass. This is actually glass. So I've got my Windex and a nice soft cloth, and I'm just going to clean both sides. Okay, I've got the glass back on. There's like a ridge that this glass sits in. Your clock might be different. It might be a plastic one. It might even be attached to this and not come off. So no matter. It's pretty easy to figure out. Next, we're going to put the bezel on, or the trim. It's got a few scuffs on it, but I hate to paint it because it is original blue. I'm going to put the scuff. I don't think it matters because all these screws line up. I'm going to put the scuff down at the 6 o'clock position. Got the Power Max batteries in for the sound. Got the Energizer in for the movement. This you probably won't have to change for 2 years. This, maybe more so just because it's driving sound and a small speaker, but the Power Max batteries are awesome. They are very inexpensive comparatively, and they last a long time. I've used them before. This clock is ready to go. Looks great. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Really appreciate the support. Thanks so much. Click those links in the description if you would. That all helps my channel over time. Please consider subscribing or sending this to someone that just likes to fix things and maybe wants to save a little bit of money. And until next time, have a great day.